In today's video tutorial, students will better learn what an array is, how to use an array to write multiplication sentences and find the products of those sentences, as well as learn what the commutative property of multiplication is and how to use it when multiplying using arrays. Words to know and to keep in mind during this lesson are multiplication, an array, commutative property of multiplication, and flower bed array. Alrighty, so what is an array? Arrays are arrangements of objects, pictures, or numbers in columns and rows. Okay, they can help you to better develop an understanding of multiplication concepts by using visual representations of the computation process. So, how does an array show multiplication? Think about that question as we go through the lesson. And just to tell you a little bit, this is our star array that we'll be using, showing 2 rows and 3 columns. So what multiplication sentence would come from this array? 2 rows, 3 columns. Let's see. So still keeping arrays in mind, what is multiplication? Multiplication is repeated addition or a shortcut to addition. If your arrays are equally grouped, hint, they have that rectangular formation, as we see right here with the star array. They're all put together equally, so that makes they have a rectangular-like formation. So if you see that rectangular-like formation, you know that your array is put together correctly, and you can turn that array into a multiplication sentence. Now, looking at our star array, while we could use addition and add 2 together 3 times, 2 plus 2 plus 2, we can also quickly multiply 2 rows times 3 columns to get 6. So the benefit of using multiplication over addition is that it minimizes the number of steps you have to take, and it also minimizes the amount of numbers that you have to compute or put together. So let's look at an example of arrays and multiplication at work in daily life, okay? Dana has planted some beautiful flowers in her flower bed. She has planted 3 rows of flowers, and each row holds 6 flowers. 3 rows, 6 rows each. Okay? So how many flowers are in Dana's flower bed? How many total flowers does Dana have if she planted 3 rows and 6 columns? Now, we've discussed how we can use addition to solve a problem such as this, but the goal is to use multiplication in order to solve the problem. So instead of adding 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 to get 18, oh, that was really long. We can quickly multiply 3 times 6 to get the product of 18. Now, isn't that multiplication sentence a lot shorter than the addition one? I think so. All right, now when you're using arrays, a common point of confusion for some students, I know it was a common point of confusion for me, is the question of which factor do I multiply first? Now, keeping in mind, factors are the numbers that we multiply by in a multiplication sentence. So, for example, 6 and 3 would be our factors in our multiplication sentence for Dana's flower bed. Okay. Now, still keeping in mind our problem with Dana, it didn't matter if we multiplied 3 rows times 6 columns, or if we multiplied 6 rows times 3 columns. We still arrived at 18 as our product. See, 6 times 3 equals 18. 3 times 6 equals 18. All right, and that is known as the commutative property of multiplication. And the commutative property of multiplication states that the order of the factors does not change the product. So it doesn't matter which factor you multiply by first, you will still come out with the same product. So when you're using arrays to help you multiply, don't be like me. Don't get stuck on or confused with which factor goes first or which do I multiply first, rows or columns. The order will not affect your end product. So in conclusion, things to remember: arrays are used in multiplication, as it shows a great visual representation of how multiplication can show repeated addition. And according to the commutative property of multiplication, the order in which factors are multiplied does not affect your end product. So keep those things in mind as you continue to learn your multiplication facts, and you should be great. May the force of multiplication be with you, and have a great day.